Lollipop Chainsaw RePOP, the remake of the original, which came out back in the PS3 and Xbox 360 era, is doing absolutely fantastic when it comes to the gamers side of things, when it comes to the reviews, being very positive on the Steam homepage, but not so much when it comes to the Journos side of things, because, well, simply, they don't want to review this game because of the character protagonist being a female who's attractive. And the thing is, it's funny to me is that these people would rather give better ratings to games such as Star Wars Outlaws, even though that character's design is absolutely terrible and looks absolutely nothing like the actual voice actor, which is what they were trying to go for. But then you have a game such as Black Myth Wukong, in that you have female characters in that game that look like they're voice actors. It's just absolutely insane to me. And before we get into this article, please don't forget to subscribe, like, or dislike. It doesn't matter. It helps this channel, and I much appreciate it. So right here, we have an IGN article from August 6th. So over a month ago, old this article is. And throughout this article, they're pretty much just talking about the game's upcoming release and what to look forward to. And yet, they still haven't released a review when it comes to this game. But when it comes to Concord, they obviously released a review for the game, giving it a 7 out of frickin' 10. Absolutely atrocious. And let alone, what is even more crazy is that they reviewed Dustborn, a game that hardly gained any attraction to the player base and was inspired by political events, where essentially you're playing as an Antifa band group. And what did they give this game out of a rating? They gave it a 7 out of frickin' 10. I'm telling you, these journals and their review scoring numbers mean absolutely nothing. And within this article, they even link their old review of the game, where if you click on it, it is dated back in 2012. And what did they give this game a score out of back then? They gave it a 5 out of 10. Now, you would have expected that if this game received that rating back in the day, you'd expect games such as Concord and Dustborn to be even lower than that. But I guess not. And if you go over to the Steam reviews, a lot of people are complaining that the game is too expensive, being $40, and you're only having about a playtime about 4 to 5 hours. So that is a critique that is understandable. But when it comes to the remake and the graphics and all that, people are saying this is what they wanted, such as this person. Lollipop Chainsaw is an absolute classic and one of my all-time favorite titles for the Xbox 360. It's wonderful to finally see this game to be officially released on PC without any DRM. I'm also extremely happy to be able to confirm that its content has been left mostly unaltered, besides the loss of some copyrighted music. The game runs well on my machine, but it would be cool to see Steam Cloud Save support added in the future. With another review saying this, just as trash as I remember it, which is good. You see, people want to have fun when they're playing games. They don't need it to be some sort of spectacular product. As long as the gameplay is fun, which is what I find to be more important. If your gameplay is fun and your story is meh, you're probably going to enjoy the game. He continues on, I don't think it's worth 40 euros. The 15 to 20 euro range would be fair for this game unless you are doing it to support the dev. You're better off emulating the original. But still, I don't regret supporting the dev. Please make more trashy games. Effing please, Cloud Save. How is it possible in 2024 to not have it? And if you go over to their Steam charts, the game is already doing better than Dustborn and Concord when it comes to their all-time peak player base, sitting at just under 1,000 players. And if more and more people continue to cover this game and the topics of these journos not wanting to review it, you're probably going to expect that that number should climb up even more. And I'm sure that the remake for this game didn't cost $200 million, such as Concord, because remakes tend to be a lot cheaper. And I'm also sure that there are also contingencies set in place when it came to the creation of this game. Because I don't know if it's going to make a profit or not, but even if it doesn't, you're having people behind the studio who are competent and I'm pretty sure are smart with the way they allocated their funds for this game, even if it does result in a loss. And it just furthermore brings the question as to why did IGN specifically review Dustborn, but chooses to not even touch this game that is released and is already doing better than what Dustborn has previously been able to achieve. And that is only a peak of concurrent players of about, what, 90 players? Absolutely atrocious. And that's just where we are in the state of today's gaming industry, with both AAA games as well as now with the media coverage choosing what they want to review and what they don't because of their opinions or their political beliefs on how things should be, when the vast majority of those opinions tend to not relate with the vast majority of the population. And with all that in mind, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.